Good afternoon,
Recording in
honorable.
progress.
Good afternoon, honorable members.
Good afternoon, Chair.
Thank you, Vice Chair Dr. Tuli and Andile. Are we ready to start with the meeting?
Good afternoon, Chairperson. I'm in the meeting.
Okay, can we flight the agenda on the screen?
Bonani will flight the agenda, Chair.
Then can I check if you circulated the report to the members?
You mean the presentation?
Yes.
Not yet, Chair, but we can do that.
Are we ready, Dr. Tuli?
Yes, Chair. I've asked the colleagues to actually send the presentation to all members. Thank you, Chair.
Who is the person who is sending it? Can the person confirm that it has been sent?
Bonani, can you confirm?
Good afternoon, Chair. Doc, I'm trying to send it, but my system seems to be very slow.
We have a WhatsApp group of members. Can you send that to the WhatsApp group?
I'm trying that as well, Chair.
Okay, honorable members, I have sent you in the WhatsApp group. I have sent the report and the agenda of the meeting is flighted here. Welcome to this meeting. We have called this meeting for the purpose of giving a progress report to the members on the implementation of the decisions that were agreed on in the last meeting of the committee, we circulated the invitation and also requested members to make inputs on the agenda if they would have any issues that they would wish to have them included. Can I check if we have received apologies, Dr. Thuli?
Chair, I will actually refer to Bonani as the person who can give that information. Thank you, Chair.
Oh, good afternoon, Chair. I have not received an apology.
Okay. Honorable members, can I check if there are any additions to the agenda or if there is anyone moving for the agenda to be adopted?
Good afternoon, Comrade. Honorable Chairperson Kusela Sangwane, I move for the adoption of the agenda.
Okay, Honorable Sangweni moves for the adoption. Is there any seconder?
I'll second, Chair.
Okay, seconded. Can we move straight to the report? Dr. Thuli, can you please, on the report, take the item on the appointment of the senior counsel?
Thank you very much, Chairperson. I will be doing that presentation now that looks at providing feedback, progress report, basically. I'm trying to flight it, Chair. Can you see it now? Can you see it, Chair? Chair?
Yes, I'm seeing the report on the screen. Remember, the appointment of the senior counsel was the responsibility of administration. Can administration talk to that appointment?
Yes, Chair. In this report, Chair, that information is in here. Do you want me to just isolate it first and then speak to the issues related to the appointment of the senior counsel?
Yes, if you can just say, we have appointed a senior counsel and we formally introduce him to the meeting.
Okay, thank you so much, Chair. Members, on the 18th of August, members requested that we actually embark on a process to appoint a legal person, an external legal person. And the legal services, together with the Office of the State Law Advisors, actually work on it. And a senior counsel has been appointed since and has got other two advocates that are working with him. Chair, I'm not sure if you would like me to show the names and the persons now, or are you going to do that during the introduction?
You can announce who are the people that have been appointed.
Okay. So in the presentation itself, Chairperson and members, the person that has been appointed by Parliament to assist the committee in leading evidence is Advocate Norman Arendse, who is the senior counsel. And in terms of the profile, it is noted in there for members' convenience, and then they can actually read it later. And the next slide also shows the two advocates that will be working with him. We have Advocate Maria Mugawetsi and also Advocate Lerato Zikalala, who are working together with the senior counsel, Advocate Norman Arendse. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you so much. The second item on the report is with regard to the invitation to appear before the committee of the 5 figures that have been identified by the committee. And I must first of all indicate that the invitations that are sent out in the name of this committee are signed by the chairperson of the committee, who is myself. The committee agreed in its last meeting that we must invite General Mukhwanazi, we must invite Police Commissioner Masemula, we must invite former Minister Mkunu, we must invite Deputy Commissioner Sibia, and we must invite the Minister of the Police together with his deputies. I'm saying the five because the Deputy Ministers of the Police, we include them in the invitation to the Minister, even though they received separate invitations. So what happened, honorable members, is that by the 31st of August, all invitations have been sent out to the persons that have been identified by the committee. And I must also indicate that there is no eighth person who has been invited to appear before the committee, and there is no additional witness that has been invited to the committee. The chairperson signed 7 letters to the 7 persons that have been named here. Secondly, honorable members, in the invitation, there is no person who has been given a date of appearance before the committee. In the letter that we sent out, number 1, we requested all the witnesses to respond to the committee before or by the 3rd of September 2025. Number 2, because we considered the agency of the process, we had planned that the committee will start its work by the 10th of September. So all the letters that have been sent out, either to General Mukhwanazi or General Sibia or Police Commissioner Masemula, all of them bear the same date of the 10th of September. That is a matter which first and foremost we need to clarify. And these persons, when they were invited, there is nobody who was informed that you will be the first to appear before the committee. The committee has agreed on the order in which witnesses are going to appear before it. And the order still stands that the first person who will appear before this committee is General Mukhwanazi. I thought I must clarify that because I have seen some honorable members in the media misleading the public, making statements without information, without having received a report about the work that has been done with regard to invitations that have been served out. And then we have received responses from all these 7 witnesses that have been invited. The last response that we received was yesterday from, in fact, it's not even the last because there were still 2 outstanding responses from Minister Kachalia and former Minister Mkunu. You will see in the report that is being flighted there that we are yet to receive their responses. Those witnesses that have responded, starting today, the senior counsel has met with Commissioner Masemula to do consultations, because members would remember that we agreed that there must be some statements and that we must also appoint a senior counsel. The senior counsel was appointed for the purpose of briefing every witness that is going to appear before us. What is the expectation of the committee? So today, General Masemula, General Sibia have requested to do consultations with the senior counsel, and I think we'll be given a report as to what is the progress thereof. Deputy Minister Bushielo and Deputy Minister Matale have also requested to do consultations, which we will get a report thereof. And then with regard to the response that we got from General Mkhwanas, is that he requested the committee to allow him to continue with other engagements that he is already in with the commission until the 24th of September. That is the period that he may be available to come and appear before the committee anytime from the 25th of September, because after we received his request, we also made a follow-up to understand what does the 24th of September mean? Does it mean that that is the date in which he will be available to appear before the committee? Or does it mean he will only be available after that date? So as it stands now, all those witnesses that have been invited, 5 of them have responded. They are ready to do consultations with the senior counsel. And then once consultations have concluded, they should be able to appear before the committee. And then we have also, in the light of these developments, have aimed that the committee will start hearings either on the 16th of September or the 22nd of September, whichever was possible. And we felt that we must come and present before this ad hoc committee for the members to appreciate the report. If we start on the 16th of September, we are going to have 5 weeks to do the work of the committee. And if we start on the 22nd of September, which is the week commencing the constituency period for members, it means members of this committee will not have to go on a constituency period, will have to remain here for those 2 weeks and do the work. And the plan of the committee is that, or the plan that we suggest here is that by the 15th of October, and I will explain what I mean when I say by the 15th of October. By the 15th of October, the technical team must start preparing the report, which should be ready for the National Assembly on the 31st of October. In the event, the committee anticipates that it will not conclude its work at that time. It is the decision that this committee can make to make an application to the office of the Speaker to request for an extension. But when we were preparing for this meeting, there was no way that we could sit and change the decision or the deadline of the National Assembly of the 31st of October. So that is why we are presenting that. Committee members must know they have 5 weeks or 4 weeks in which they can do the work, depending on how we deal with the matters of the availability of the witnesses as we present this report before you. Further than that, we have also identified the Good Hope Chambers as the venue for the proceedings. The technical team will work accordingly with the authorities to make sure that the venue is secured. And we are also aware that at some point in its meetings, in one of its meetings, the committee decided that where it may be necessary, some meetings may be held in Johannesburg. So you will understand, like when we get reports now about the availability and inavailability of some of the witnesses, that we need an interplay between the ad hoc committee and the commission, so that when witnesses are appearing before us or appearing before the commission, there must be a way in which we work together so that those witnesses can be available at any time either of us need them to appear. And then the other item that we report on is with regard to the advert which we send out for members to comment. Members will know that one of the functions of the mandated functions of Parliament is public participation. And the communications team, having gone through the terms of reference that we ourselves have passed, acted proactively and say, at the time your work starts, the public must have been informed about what rights do they have and what action can they take if they need to make inputs. Where do they make those inputs if they want to request to come before you? Where do they do that? And that is why we circulated that advert to the committee members for those who have inputs. Unfortunately, some of the committee members, when they saw it, they reacted with indifference, but it's something that is covered in the terms of reference. And so that is basically why we circulated that to committee members for you to see it, so that we do not have a problem. And the last, honorable members, I have seen some of you have said that when we do things, we must do them transparently. The letters that have been sent out to the key witnesses, we have them, we have their responses. If honorable members want to view those letters, they can indicate, and then we can flight those letters on the screen. And honorable members, I also want to plead with you and request you that I am the chairperson of your committee. I stand to be advised and supported on any matter that the committee has to do. If we send out invitations to key witnesses or witnesses that have been identified by the committee, we no longer have authority on what the witness does with that invitation. If the witness goes to a party and announces that I have been invited, there is nothing we can do. We have to invite witnesses here, and the chairperson must sign invitations. So we must not fight on procedural matters of this inquiry, because at the end of the day, letters have to be sent out to any witness. That and if members feel that every day when we send out letters, we must get back to the group and report that the following people have been invited, we will gladly do so. But I hope that we work in good faith. We understand that each one of us in this committee wishes to advance the work of the committee. We can have problems with political parties to which we belong. But as individual members of this committee, my greatest of the pleas is that we work as a unit and support each other and help this committee to achieve the work that Parliament has requested us to do. Honorable members, that is the report, and I will not limit your input and your views to the items that have been presented here as a progress report. If there is any other matter that an honorable member of this committee wishes to raise, you are gladly welcome, for as long as it will help us to move forward. I stand to be advised by yourself as the committee in the light of the report that we have presented here. What do we do? Does the committee allow us, in particular as the chair, to go and try to check if we can have General Mkhwanazi available before the 24th of September, or if that is not possible, we wait for him in line with the decision that has been taken. And I want to plead with the honorable members that we must not even be tempted to say, no, we must issue summons. Let's manage this process in such a way that we will get General Mkhwanazi before us in a way that is amicable. He has not shown any problem on our part. I mean, he's a very honest citizen, engaging with us in a very humble way. So I want to plead with the committee that let's look for a route that does not lead to a showdown. If there is a way in which committee members can mandate us, say, Lakhanyane, may you please go back and explore the following options. We understand that he may be busy at the commission. If the committee says, get into contact with the chair of the commission and request them that they can release him. And secondly, if they were to conclude a sworn statement with the commission, is the committee amenable to accepting such a statement for use by it? Or do you still want him to come back and make another sworn statement? Or will that statement which would have been submitted at the commission be adequate, and then we circulate it to the committee members as a statement that the committee would have agreed to? Thanks very much, honorable members. That is the report that we felt we must come and present before you. What I will do is to allow the senior counsel and the people that he works together with to appear before you. And then Andile or Dr. Thuli can then give a brief report about the consultations that have started, so that all of us are at one. We understand the work that has been done. And I want to thank you, honorable members, for your patience. It has not been easy. The administrative nitty-gritties are a lot. There are members who have been able to hold themselves. And of course, there are those members that were impatient. Their impatience is justified. We need to start doing the work. Unfortunately, we have to follow certain procedures so that we don't stumble on the way. Thank you so much. Andile.
Chair,
There are hands up.
Chair, our hands up.
Yeah, Honorable Matthias, I can note your hand. Let me allow Andile to complete the report on the consultations, and then we will take all your hands.
Okay, Chair, I was just suggesting that before you introduce the senior counsel that we engage, is Andile the senior counsel that has been appointed?
No, the senior
okay.
counsel.
No
The
problem.
senior okay.
Okay, so I'm just suggesting, Chair, that before we have introductions from the appointed senior counsel, etc., that you allow us to engage what you've presented presented to us on the report, and then we can go there. Okay, thank you.
That is appropriate, Honorable Matthias. Andile, can you please take us through the consultations?
Good afternoon, Chair. Chairperson, all that information is in Tuli's report. So can we allow Tuli to share the report with the members?
Dr. Tuli.
Thank you, Chair. I think I'm going to flight the presentation and then speak to it so that members can get the information that they require. Okay, can members see my presentation?
Yes, it is on the screen.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, members. Members, I will be presenting the report of this committee with regards to progress that has been done so far based on the decisions that members have taken in the previous meetings as well. So as part of the introduction, it is just to state that the NA, the National Assembly, has passed a resolution establishing this committee in terms of its rule 253, and that was on the 23rd of July 2025. The ad hoc committee was requested to investigate the veracity and implications of allegations made by Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi during the media briefing on the 6th of July 2025. And furthermore, as part of that resolution, the committee is required to report on its findings to the NA by no later than the 31st of October 2025. So the intention of this report really, it is to provide that progress report on preparations to facilitate the resumption of the committee's work in line with the NA resolution. So the information that is in this report, members should have the knowledge that the committee is required to actually complete its work on the 31st of October, and therefore the report actually confines itself to that period as well. I will be repeating myself here with regards to the decision to actually get the services of an external legal person to assist the committee to lead the evidence that will be presented before the committee. And a process was engaged in by the Legal Services Office in Parliament, together with the Office of the State Law Advisors. And as a result of that process, Advocate Norman Arendse, the senior counsel, was appointed by Parliament to assist the committee. And Advocate Arendse also has two advocates that are working with him, and that is Advocate Maria Mokgwa-Yetsi and Advocate Lerato Zikalala. And for the convenience of the chairperson or the members of the committee, we have put in this presentation a short bio or profile of all the persons that will be assisting the committee from a legal point of view. The next slide relates to the interaction that we had with the identified witnesses. As the chairperson has noted that members actually agreed on the persons that needed to be called first to the committee itself. And the next three slides actually relate to that. And I will explain some of the issues so that members do not get confused, especially with regards to the correspondence that is going to, that went to the identified witnesses. So the committee actually identified the following witnesses, and letters were sent out to initiate the discussion with them as well. So I would like members to understand that 2 letters actually went out to the identified person. The first letter was to initiate the discussion with the person that received the letter. And the second letter, after the response that we received from the identified witness, it was then followed by another letter requesting requesting to consult with that person so that they can prepare the witnesses before they appear before the committee itself. So on this slide, Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi was identified by the committee, and also the National Commissioner, Mr. Masemula, the Minister Mkhunu, the Deputy National Commissioner Sibia, and the Minister Kachalia, and the 2 Deputy Ministers of Police, that is Mr. Matale and Ms. Boshielo. And currently, consultations with the witnesses are underway, or should I say they have started as from today, and that upon completion of this work, they would then inform the committee program as well. So when we come to this slide, it actually shows exactly what transpired when it comes to the communication with all the witnesses that have been identified and what is going to happen when. So the first person noted on this slide is the Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi. We have sent a letter to him inviting him to actually appear before the committee, and he responded to that on the 4th of September to say that he is not available. And the reason for that, it is due to his commitment at the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry until the 24th of September. So that's a time, during this time until the 24th of September, Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi is not available to actually appear before the committee. The second person is General Fani Masemula. We have sent a letter to him requesting him to appear before the committee, and he responded and he was available to actually come to the committee. And then a second letter requesting a meeting to consult with him was sent out on the 3rd of September, and he responded back on the 4th of September to say that he is available for that consultation. And that consultation actually took place today at 10:30. And then we have Mr. Mkhunu, Senzo Mkhunu, whom we have sent the letter to on the 30th of August, and he indicated his non-availability. And he responded to us on the 4th of September, requesting an alternative date due to prior commitments. And we have actually sent a letter to consult with him today, hence we do not have any further information with regards to a consultation date. So the consultation date for him is not yet confirmed. And then we go to Lieutenant General Sibia. Also, we sent that letter to him on the 30th of August, and he indicated his availability. However, in his response, he requested that he be actually requested postponement to the week starting on the 15th of September. That response was received on the 1st of September. On the 2nd of September, we sent a letter to him with regards to the consultation, and he responded yesterday, and his consultation date as a result is on the 15th of September 2025. With regards to the current minister, Professor Kachalia, he also received the letter on the 30th of August, and he responded yesterday, the 4th of September, stating that he is available. And today, a letter was sent to him requesting a date to consult with him, and that date is not yet confirmed. With regards to the Deputy Minister, Councel Matale, he also received a letter on the 30th of August. Maybe I should say to members, when it comes to deputy ministers, both of them, Mr. Matale and Ms. Boshielo, they received the letters on the 30th of August, and they indicated their availability on the 1st of September. And on the 3rd of September, we sent a letter requesting to consult with them, and they responded, "I'm so sorry for Ms. Boshielo, but the correct date is actually the 3rd of September. And both of them are available for consultation on the 8th of September 2025. So with regards to other matters that the committee have requested the technical team to look at was sending the letter with regards to information access to the secret information. The letter was sent out to the chairperson of the Joint Standing Committee on Intelligence on the 26th of August, and we are still awaiting a response from that office. The other matter it is with regards to public participation process that the committee has to engage in. So far, a standard advert has been prepared, and the consultation on it is still ongoing, and we actually looking forward to the inputs of members that the letter reflects what the members would like to see as just one mechanism with regards to the public participation process. And in this meeting, perhaps members can actually decide on other mechanisms for public participation so that the process is reflective of what members would like to do as far as the public participation is concerned. And the technical team will therefore assist members with regards to implementation of that decision. The next slide provides a framework for the committee program. And what we wish to say here is that as from today, the legal team is actually engaging with witnesses, receiving sworn statements and other matters related to their work as from today, and that they will continue, as I have noted in the other slide that shows the consultation dates. So they will be working with the witnesses, get the information from them for distribution to members. And members would also remember or recall that when members discussed the terms of reference, members indicated that they would like to be provided with information 7 days before a meeting with a particular witness. And therefore, we working very hard as a team to get the sworn statement so that members can actually receive that information 7 days before a particular meeting. So when we looked at what needs to be done in preparation of the witnesses before they appear before the committee, was that from the week of the 22nd of September, then the committee could resume with the hearings. The week of the 16th of September, as from the 16th of September, is also available. However, it means that members will not be in possession of the information that they require in order to engage properly with the witnesses as they appear before the committee itself. So the proposal is that legal services engages with the witnesses, and then the information is then distributed to members within 7 days, and thereafter the committee resumes with the hearings in the committee. We also proposing that the hearings be concluded on the 15th of October. And here we're just also indicating the number of working days that would then be available for members to actually do their work. We're also noting that from the 16th to the 24th of October, that time can be set for drafting of the committee report with an intention that the committee would then adopt its report on the 27th of October. And on that same day, and then the report. And the report can be published in the ATC. What I would also want members to engage on as well is that it is important to actually use the constituency period effectively, and the constituency period starts on the 22nd of September and it ends on the 6th of October. So if members agree, they can use that 2 weeks of constituency in order to engage with this particular work. And that the information that is actually presented in this slide is based on the current deadline of the 31st of October. But members would discuss that, whether that is feasible or not. The next slide is around the proceedings, the proposal on proceedings in the committee. And this slide simply projects what members' decisions were with regards to how they would conduct the proceedings as the witnesses actually come in. One of the first things was that maybe we should have 2-hour slots for witnesses to present their information before the committee, and that members be allocated with 30 minutes as they have actually indicated or requested. And since we have 13 members in the committee, it means that if every member takes up that 30 minutes, it will end up, if you calculate that, it will be 15 hours. And also the senior counsel would require at least 2 hours to do his work with regards to the witnesses that appear before the committee. So essentially, if you look at these hours, a committee may require the presence of some of the witnesses for 2 days. However, the above information may vary depending on the amount of information received by the committee as well. That comes to the end of my presentation, Chairperson. Thank you so much. Chair, I'm done with the presentation.
Yes, thank you so much. Can we go back to the list of members who want to engage with the report? I'm seeing Honorable...
Chair?
No. Can I please note hands first?
I was saying, Chair, I was saying that we've raised our hands, it's fine. But I think if we have to progress quickly, my suggestion is that you must do it with parties like you were doing before. That's my proposal. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much, Jali. We will take that order. ANC. There is no need to raise your hand, honorable members. A party can just indicate how many of its members wish to speak. Honorable Bredenbach, we will come to the DA. It's okay. Can we start with the ANC? ANC, is there anything you wish to say?
Honorable Ola will speak on behalf of the ANC, Chair. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Chair. Chair, let's first welcome the report and note that there's already progress that has been done, which we all appreciate. And we are all going to be patient with the process. Of course, we're going to find some hindrances and turbulences on the way. but this is the work bestowed upon all of us by the people of South Africa. Chair, because we have formally introduced the legal team, I think let's formally welcome them and say that we are a committee that's so much easy to work with. And at the time when we've got disagreements on the approach, they shouldn't take that as an attack, but rather as some constructive criticism. It is true, your explanation of what would have transpired in the public discourse, engineered, of course, by Lieutenant General Sibiya. We accept the explanation. You really do not have a control of how potential witnesses behave on the outside. But I think it's good that you have been able to even clarify it through an official statement of Parliament that this is how Parliament has been dealing with the matter. The worst part about it, Chair, is that the confirmation date he has made in the public is the 10th of September. And you say that was not the date that actually he was invited to come and appear. It was just an information sharing that proceedings are expected to start on the 10th of September. So it's an unacceptable behavior because it's important that we mention it in this meeting, Chair, because there was serious mayhem in our WhatsApp group. There was serious mayhem, but I think in the near future, Chair, we need to check if the information we're dealing with is from credible sources, and if it warrants that we fight amongst ourselves. If there is no official statement you have issued on our behalf that on the 10th is the appearance date of whoever. So, Chair, I'm saying in a nutshell that as the ANC, we accept the explanation that you have given. It's quite fair, and accept the explanation you have given through an official statement. Chair, I think we have agreed as this ad hoc committee that we are going to start testimonies by inviting Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi as the initiator of this thing we're dealing with now. And I don't think it will be appropriate for us to panic of time and say because he's available from the 24th, and therefore we must start with others and all that, because what we are going to be dealing with moving forward is a sworn statement given to us and evidence given to us by General Mkhwanazi under oath, so that we're able to hold everyone, therefore, accountable. So we want to suggest, Chair, that we don't start with anyone else except General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi. If it means we must negotiate time frames with the Commission of Inquiry chaired by Justice Madlanga, we are giving you that mandate, Chair, to have a conversation with the authorities that can allow, if they can allow us to have General Mkhwanazi before the 24th. And my understanding is that the 24th of September is actually a public holiday. So we accept that we're going to start on the 22nd, of course, is to outline the activity plan and all those things. But I think the program itself, Chair, is acceptable. And part of what is acceptable is that the explanation you are giving that is that General Mkhwanazi did not defy us when we summoned him to Parliament. He rather apologized and explained his unavailability, which is one of the things that we appreciate. But let's continue dealing with the matter. We accept, Chair, that we must start on the 22nd. Of course, we're pressed with time. But I think part of what is important is that we shouldn't be haphazard in dealing with this matter. You know, we're living in a highly litigious society or community. Any misstep that we take can result as being taken for a judicial review on the findings, and we lose everything, all the work that we have worked for. But let's utilize this period between today and the 22nd, Chair, by ensuring, because the terms of reference we actually adopted instructs the evidence leaders to solicit sworn statements from all the agreed upon witnesses. So in between now and the 22nd of September, can the legal team quickly deal with sworn statements so that when we resume, we're able to actually comply with the 7 days before the actual testimony in the inquiry? So if we can not panic, but use this period in a way that is beneficial to the work of the committee. We're happy, Chair, that consultations have already started. We are quite happy because this reports progress from the last meeting that we held, and we're happy with that. I think part of what you need to do from this meeting is to follow with the JSCI so that we're able to deal with issues of time frame. We're pressed with time, Chair. And there is no doubt, Chair, that there is a need from us to agree to ask for an additional time, preferable the 30th of November 2025. Just an additional 30 days from what we've been given, because judging at our start, we won't finish, Chair, the hearings before or on the 15th of October. And judging from the fact that we have mentioned, even in the terms of reference, a number of issues that actually defines the scope of this ad hoc committee. So in the list that we have now, there are names we have mentioned in the scope that we have not yet agreed that they must be called, because we must have the first batch, then we must have the second batch, which will culminate the testimonies of other of the first batch witnesses. So, Chair, I want to propose in this meeting that we ask for an extension, because remember, we can't extend for ourselves. It's the House that must actually pass the motion to extend it. Chair, I think there was enough explanation on the public participation process. It's in the Constitution, it's mandatory. We have went to an extent of ensuring that we include the public participation aspect in the terms of reference that we, as this committee, have adopted. We have Article 6.2 that speaks to the contents of the advert you sent to us. So I think you have explained to it. I think we must just exercise patience in some of the things. We are going to be able to converse around a lot of things where we don't see eye to an eye, where we have some differences in our approach. We are going to respectfully engage amongst ourselves until we reach an agreement. That's what we have done actually when we're developing the terms of reference. So, Chair, as the African National Congress, that is our submission.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Honorable Ngola. Can I take the MKP?
Thank you, Chair. Thank you very, very, very much. And I must say, Nomvalo would close from my side. The other two colleagues wanted to say something, but I'll be very quick. The issue, Chair, which made us to be, as you said in your remarks, that perhaps it was premature for us to be commenting on the matter, derives from the party. Remember, we have to report. They were asking us questions. When are you starting? You said we are starting on the 1st. Fine, no problem. We haven't started on the 1st. Maybe the technical team has started, but us as members has not started. Number two, I understand your letter, which you say all the witnesses were written the same letter that on the 10th. But Spear was clear to say that he was he'll be testifying in the commission, or you will be whatever you will be doing on the 10th. Which us as members, we didn't know about that. We heard it from the media, and I can tell you, I've seen it myself. It was the letter which you signed to him as well. I saw that letter, but it is irrelevant. The issue is here. One, the presenter says there's the deputy ministers now, which as a committee we never did discuss that. Where I've attended, there was not deputy ministers. And there's an error as well, or deliberately, I don't know. But there was a former Minister General Pegitele, is not mentioned here. And thirdly, the issue of the evidence leader or an SC as well. I think it would have been proper for us to have been told by you, Chair, here on the group, to say you have appointed, because we knew already. We knew already from the media as well, which is not right. It can't be right that as members we must hear things outside this platform. Now, for us to be saying that we'll get along as it goes, you know, even if some of us have reservations, you know, we'll accept that with a pinch of salt. But I'm saying to you, Chair, is that everyone wants to make sure that it works. This other committee works for the people of South Africa, and we get the truth. Because as I said now, there's decision which have been taken to bring the 2 deputy ministers. It's a cause for concern. Where was that discussed? Because all these other witnesses were discussed in this meeting where we are discussing as a committee. I'll pass it through to through you, Chair Nomvalo. Thank you, Chair.
Before you pass it, Charlie, I want to restate it that this is a decision of the committee, and if the committee wants to review its decision, because Minister Kachalia does not work alone, he works with 2 deputies, and that is what the committee decided. If the committee feels that the 2 deputies are not needed, the committee must say it, and we will write back to them and say, no, save your time, the committee has reconsidered its decision. There is nothing we implement here which is not your decision, honorable members. So just get your record right, Charlie. We agreed on those 2 deputies.
No, it's fine. It's fine, Chair, if you agreed. But as I said, I don't remember.
Look,
But thank you.
Yeah, you can say you don't remember if that is acceptable. But look, I still emphasize, if the majority of the committee members feel that they want to review that decision, review it now. You have chance to speak in this meeting. Take any decision that you think is in the best interest of the committee to successfully do its work. You said there was honorable member from the MKP, Nomvalo, who wants to speak. The platform is his. I'm waiting for Honorable Nomvalo to speak.
Uhlala emaplazini Nkosi yami. Oh, network.
But Honorable Skosana, because there are proposals which are being made here, what is the MKP saying about these proposals? Except to talk
this. Oh, sorry. Let me just contextualize it by saying I've listened to the presenter and the dates. However, I mean, it's beyond our control. If General Mkwanazi can only be available from the 24th, and we agreed as a committee that he will be the first.
But listen, that statement stands. We say, if there is a way in which we can have him available, can we try so that nobody comes and say it was not a committee decision, or we just wait. If members say no, let's wait, the chair will abide by the decision of the committee. And if the committee says, look, if there is any possibility, go and explore, you will report.
Yes, Chair, I guess from where I'm sitting, Chair, is that if he is not available, the committee, as a committee, collectively, so as you said, we must agree whether, which will be, in other words, will be changing what the agreement which we agreed upon to say he'll be the first a witness, and if he can avail himself before that, that will be a bonus for us because of time. Remember, we said we're gonna end in October, which for me I don't think is possible. I mean, we failed to start on the 1st, and now we are discussing the issue that there'll be consultation as well, which is going to take time. Sworn affidavits, and yeah. But for me, from where I'm sitting, if the members, agrees and all the parties we agree that we'll wait for him, it's fine. And perhaps the issue of extension, as the honorable caller said, perhaps chair will write to the speaker if we are unable to finish in time. I don't think that there'll be any problem.
If General Mkhwanazi has made a sworn statement before the commission, is that statement acceptable before the committee, or must he come and make another statement with us?
Remember, he must appear irrespective of the statement, of the sworn statement. He has to appear before the committee. Am I right?
There is no way he can't appear, and he must be number one to appear. I'm saying because we are now talking about time. Let's say the commission says to us that by next week they would have concluded the sworn statement with him, which will be a statement that he will deposit with the commission. I'm checking with your party. If, for instance, the commission say no, or Mkhwanazi says, okay, General Mkhwanazi say, the same statement can be shared with the ad hoc committee. Will that statement be accepted to the ad hoc committee? What is the view of your party?
We have to accept the sworn statement, Chair. Okay. we can't reject it. The only problem, which, as you said yourself, is that there's this judicial commission of inquiry, which as well, or I guess they want the same witnesses we have, and hence that as I think we have to work hand in hand with the commission as well to know exactly when can you, like you say, you must write to the JC to get, I don't know how, but I'm saying we need to work hand in hand, but to make sure that our work as ad hoc committee, we fulfill the obligation and all the things which we have to achieve for everyone in South Africa to know that we are not just a runoff of a mill. We are a committee which is entrusted to make sure that all what General Mkhwanazi has told this nation, we get into the bottom of it and we report that to Parliament. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much. The DA.
Sorry, Chair. Honorable Nomvalo is available now. He had a problem with network.
Honorable Nomvala, you are recognized. Good afternoon. How are you?
Yeah, good afternoon, Chair. And apologies, Chair. I stay in the rural areas in Mzimkhulu. It's one of the areas.
No. You can't use it as an excuse because you were laughing me the last time we were in a meeting.
No, I didn't laugh at you, Chair.
Yeah, it's time now, Chair.
What goes around comes around, my man.
So I think I managed to get the relevant space now, Chair. I don't think I will experience signal challenges anymore. And I wasn't able to hear the meeting here and there, but I could get the gist of the discussions to a certain extent. Well, Chair, we're disappointed that we could not be able to secure a sooner date for General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, because the unfortunate part is that he has to be the first witness to appear before the committee. So we can't bypass and we can't overlook that principle, because he's the main, the reason why there's this committee here is because he went to on television and raised all these issues which have made this committee to be gathered here today, I mean, to exist. So we need to get him first as the first witness. Maybe, Chair, what we can advise, because I heard you trying to give options for the latter speaker. Maybe what you can, Chair, advise is that we try to get, if possible, we try to get him earlier than the date that he has agreed upon. If that is possible, maybe let's just encourage the technical team to ensure that they try to maybe persuade him, because we don't want this ad hoc committee to be secondary. It is important as the commission of inquiry is. So, I mean, that an excuse that you will be attending the Madlanga commission. Maybe it's a matter of which invitation went to him first. I don't know which invitation between ours and that of the commission. But Chair, in principle, was saying that he must be the first witness to come. And we believe that this list of witnesses is not a cutting stone, because witnesses will be determined, or some witnesses rather, even though we've identified these ones as the prominent ones, but some witnesses will be determined by the testimonies that are given by various witnesses before the portfolio committee. General Mkwana might himself, because maybe there are some of the things which he did not mention when he was making a press briefing on that day. Maybe it might dwell more, and that maybe might trigger the invitation of some other witnesses that we have not been able to identify at a first value. So, Chair, but in conclusion, this date is not desirable. We would like to encourage the committee maybe to secure a date which is a bit sooner, so that we can start doing our work, because we can't do anything without having him first in the committee as the first witness. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Honorable Nomvalo, the DA.
Thank you, Chair, and good afternoon to everybody. Chairperson, forgive me for not switching on my camera. It's just a bandwidth issue. So, Chair, there's a long list of things that we need to discuss. Let me say, for starters, that we support the idea that you, as Chairperson, try to engage with the Madlanga Commission and see how we can accommodate each other with regards to witnesses, because they're going to be, largely speaking, wanting the same witnesses as we want. So if you can approach the Justice Madlanga and then try and arrange other dates and perhaps secure the attendance of General Makhanazi earlier, that would be ideal. If you can't, well, it is what it is. We can all use the time doing our own preparations. There's a lot of information available, and as soon as the affidavits become available, we can start working through those. The sooner we can start, Chair, I'm sure we all agree, the better. We have a very short time frame. It seems unlikely at this point that we will be able to finish in time. And so we also support the idea that you start mooting the idea with the Speaker that we may require an extension. Having said that, Chair, because we have such limited time, I think we should all commit. However many other commitments we have, I think the members should try and commit to being available during the constituency period and on holidays and on weekends if necessary. This is way more important than downtime. So from the side of the Democratic Alliance, we will be available on any day to sit for this commission. Chair, then the list of witnesses is fine. I assume that it's meant to indicate a list of key witnesses. Of course, as the thing develops, other witnesses are going to arise, and I think we can all foresee right now that, for instance, we would want to call Mr. Tele. I don't know if that would be avoidable. I think it's probably not avoidable. And as it goes along, other witnesses will become apparent. And we will have to be able to be flexible enough to then accommodate those witnesses as well, bearing in mind that we have a mandate and we must stick to our mandate quite strictly. This isn't a free-for-all investigation. This isn't our job. Chairperson, then I'm happy to have the external counsel on hand and welcome to them. Advocate Arendse is a very experienced litigant, and I'm sure that he will be of great assistance. Chair, I'd like to say a word or two about the WhatsApp group. We did elect you as the chairperson, and therefore I think it might be incumbent upon members to support you as the chairperson. And now and then you will have to do things in the interest of time and experience that you haven't been able to consult with us fully about, and that should not really give rise to a serious issue. For instance, the signing of requests to appear before the Commission. Of course, you must sign them and no one else, and it's unnecessary for us all to sign them. And if you have to discuss it with us each time, we won't finish this before October next year. So I think we should take a view that you, in the interests of getting the work of this ad hoc committee done, that you are, as the chairperson, mandated to do those things without having to explain yourself constantly. And Chair, then I would also just like to say that this ad hoc committee has got a huge amount of work and a huge amount of work for behind the scenes, which is done on our behalf by the officials, by the Secretariat, by the staff members, and by and large, they've done an exceptionally good job. There have been delays. I don't believe it's their fault. There have been hiccups. I don't believe that there's any maliciousness involved. And all of them have been drawn from other committees which are equally busy. And so they don't have only this job. They, like the rest of us, have many jobs. And I think sometimes we're a little impatient with them and accuse them unfairly of not having done their job. And I would like to defend them, Chair, and acknowledge that they have a lot of work. All of them are very competent people who take their job seriously, and they would never undermine this committee willfully. So I think patience all round might be called for. I don't know if any of the other DA members have any inputs. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Breitenbach. Can I check Honorable Cameron, if you want to say something? Or anybody from the DA? Okay, that will be adequate. Honorable Breitenbach. Then we move to the EFF.
Good afternoon, Chair and honorable members. Just quickly, I just wanted us to deal with some administration stuff before we go into the actual presentation. Chair, I think one of the problems we have, and we need to nip it in the bud now, and it started off when this committee started, is communication. And there would have not been the issue of what happened in both the WhatsApp group and people or political parties taking interviews if there was just basic communication. And we have allowed the space where administrative issues of the committee or technical issues of the committee that you can call a Zoom meeting. So number one, the terms of reference, Chair. I cannot take over a week to circulate just basic amendments of the terms of reference. And we even had to request that, right? So that was the first problem. The second problem was once the senior counsel was appointed, we don't want to be involved in the nitty-gritty, but that was an important thing that would happen. How are members of the committee finding out on media what is going on? And we have a constituency that we have to ask for. So that would have literally been a 30-minute meeting. This is what we're doing. We've appointed senior counsel, and then now we're moving in. We are going to write letters, and these are the following letters and whatever, done. Like that basic, Chair, and we would have not had all the things that we had to deal with now. So we would have known that this is what we're doing. We said we can do Zoom meetings. Literally, it's 30 minutes to just come and give us a briefing. Those are two very important milestones that we have had in this committee. Then, and Chair, I'm even available just to offer my services as backup on just administration and technical issues, if you like. I'm very, very good at it. But if you don't want my assistance, it's fine. The other thing, Chair, also I suggest that you have pre-meetings with your team before we have meetings here. You know, the whole country is watching us, and it's very clumsy when it's this person, you ask this person to do the presentation, then this one says, no, this one is doing it, and then who's flighting. So if you do a pre-meeting, Chair, I'm not just saying, so we don't look clumsy as a committee, and so you know that when we get here, this person is doing this and this person is doing that. So that was just on housekeeping. I also, Chair, think that it's very wrong that you come here and you reprimand us and say we misleading the public. So I'm not privy to what the other political parties when they did their media interviews, but we were very clear as the EFF is that we don't know, and you have not told us, and it would have been unnecessary. We wouldn't have had to do that if we were informed. I mean, how does a journalist tell me who we have appointed and we didn't know? So just going forward, quick meetings, 30 minutes, and it doesn't have to be nitty-gritty. But our last meeting, when we concluded, Chair, it was the terms of reference. There was just a few things that needed to be finalized. Within a day or two, it should have been circulated, and then you just came back and you told us. Now, on the actual, on the status on what you were saying, on the report, number one, I think, and we made this very clear when we started, Chair, we cannot be paying second fiddle to the Commission of Inquiry. Even the suggestion that we must have our meetings in Joburg, we shut that down in our very first meeting. If anything, let that commission have to come here to Cape Town. Already we are putting ourselves like we are not serious as an ad hoc committee, and the Commission of Inquiry is taking precedent over this. Even us accepting affidavits, etc., from the Commission of Inquiry is already a problem, because we are already saying that as members of Parliament and this ad hoc committee that's supposed to be given oversight to government and to the executive, we are not serious. So whenever there's time, or you can come and appear before us. Number two, it was announced that that commission is postponed indefinitely. So I don't understand how we are getting a report that the Lieutenant General is not available because he's prioritized the Commission of Inquiry, when we don't even know when that they don't have infrastructure. How did they even call him or even send him an email? Because they don't have infrastructure. Nothing has been set up. So I think we must go back, Chair, and find out perhaps what's going on, because that Commission of Inquiry, we don't even know the status of it. In terms of also the witnesses, Becky Kele, which MK mentioned, is not there on the list, but there are people in the terms of reference, Chair, that are very clear on who we must interview. So I think they must be prioritized. I also don't think for now the deputy ministers and the acting ministers need to be prioritized. But I don't think we should take the position that we must not have them at all. I think we must focus on the people in our terms of reference immediately. And from there, we will decide what needs to happen and if they need to be called in and not called in. Because there was even Brown that was listed there in the terms of reference that we also needed to look at. So I would have thought that we need to add that in. And just so we are clear, Chair, the evidence leaders, none of them are currently in the employment of the state, if you can speak to that. I spoke about meetings in Joburg and us playing second fiddle and and then just in terms of the public participation, my understanding, our understanding of the EFF is that we are going to ask the public to make submissions. I do think it might be a bit premature, Chair, for us to do the ad right now and send it out right now. I think we must allow, the key witnesses to come, and then we'll know what it is that we are looking for. And also the public themselves and those who do want to make submissions, they have already privy to some of the witnesses and stuff, and then they can respond to that. But in terms of the public participation, the EFF does support that we must allow whoever. There's a lot of people out there, even security guards and drivers, that can come and give us information. So we mustn't limit it to people that are in the public eye or people that we know. Is there anything else that we need to respond to as the EFF Chair that I didn't address?
No, I think you responded adequately, Honorable Mathais. The only thing with the advert is that you would know that it will require some time because it has to be translated in all languages. You must also secure space.
Okay.
So obviously, if it does not, it will no longer be possible for it to go out this weekend because papers that would have been targeted will be those that are weekend publications.
Okay.
So don't worry about it. It will not go out this weekend or next week Monday.
Okay.
If it goes out, it will be that other weekend. So yeah, but we must prioritize it. The public public is foremost.
Yeah.
We are this parliament because of them. If they don't vote, we won't have a parliament.
Yeah,
So,
I agree.
Yeah, they must not
Yeah.
play second fiddle.
Yeah. Yeah, and just
And
so
then
we are just yes.
I hear you reinforcing the name of former police minister Peggy Cele, and you have also mentioned Brown Mokgotsi.
Yeah.
Those names have not fallen off the radar. If you remember, we said we are taking an institutional approach. We will start with the leadership of the institution, and then the second batch, which we will finalize ourselves, will include those names.
Okay.
Yeah, but the other comments. The other comments that you made, I take them. I agree with you. We will find a way in which we improve on our communication. And if there is any service that you can offer, don't wait to be involved. Just put your hands on the deck.
No problem, Chair. I'll do that. But Becky Cele, I think we can consider him. He's a former minister, so I don't think he forms. He can fall into that category, and a lot of the allegations also falls under while he was a minister. So I think I'm motivating that we include him also in this round. But I think we covered otherwise, Chair. So thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Honorable Matthijs. Can we move to the IFP?
Chair, I just want to make one simple point, if you don't mind.
Welcome, Honorable Malem.
Thank you. I think we must make one point very clear, that we're not going to be told by Mkhwanazi what must happen, what must not happen. If we are looking for him, we have to find him. And if he's not going to make himself available, we're going to have to summon him. He's the one who started this mess, and he's going to have to take responsibility. He's not going to tell us about commission this, commission that, and all of that. We don't know what commission is doing. We're not interfering with the commission, and the commission must never interfere with us. So, Mkhwanazi must be summoned to this committee. This ad hoc committee, it's established because Mkhwanazi took his own time to say the things he said, and is not going to tell us now that he's not available. The same way he was available to appear on TV with guns and everything else, that is the same way he's going to avail himself to this committee. He needs to be called, and the sooner we call him, the better. And if he's not responsive, you must summon him. Because we must not create an impression that people can just play over us. If we start on this note, we're not going anywhere. That's what we're discussing in the terms of reference, that people must not have an impression that they can choose how they want to do things. You must know now, the commission has to start. He has set certain allegations which led to the establishment of this committee, and he has to appear before this committee. And we want our own sworn statement to our committee. It doesn't make any material difference whether it's got a sworn statement to a commission or not. There must be a sworn statement to the committee. That's our file. That goes into the archives. Otherwise, this committee will never have received any sworn statement from Kwanazi because you used a copy of the statement at the commission. We want an original statement. Let him write an original statement to the committee. Whether he does copy and paste and just change the addresses and all of that, it's his own baby to nurse. But we are a committee, we are not a subcommittee of the commission. We are established by Parliament, the commission is established by the executive. Therefore, we are doing two different things and we have to report back to Parliament. The commission must report back to the president. We are not that. We are not reporting to the president. We are reporting to a different structure. So we must not be sheepish about what we want to do. The sooner we start, the better. The people who want, they must come. Failure to come, they must be summoned so that people know that we are not playing. The last point I want to emphasize, WhatsApp groups are created for speed up information. You don't have to operate in the same old way that you have to send us emails and inboxes and post mails and all of that. Committee members, please be aware that we are starting a process to invite witnesses. And as agreed, the following witnesses are going to be receiving letters. It's not a meeting. You are not asking for concurrence. You are informing us so that we all move at one. We don't behave like we're shocked. We're going out on an advert. This is how the advert will look like. Anyone with a different input can make that input. But please be aware that by Thursday, we should be out. So any comment after Thursday will not be accepted. That's the WhatsApp group. That's how it works. That is its purpose. So if we are going to get things the way we are getting them, what is the point of having a WhatsApp group? Everything that you see necessary to communicate to anyone, it should be necessary first to communicate it with the WhatsApp group so that you keep members informed and they feel that they are part of this process. Once you start tampering with egos, that's what you're going to experience. Make everybody important. Make everybody feel he's part of this process. Make everybody feel that their inputs are heard, even on simplest matters. That way, we are going to move as one. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Honorable Member. The point is valid, is taken. Can we move to the IFP?
Well, good afternoon, Honorable Chairperson. Good afternoon, Honorable colleagues. I just want first to apologize for joining the meeting so late. I'm actually on the road from Saldanha Bay. We have just finished our week-long strat plan workshop. And therefore, I joined the discussion in the middle. But nonetheless, I do want to say that, well, we should not open the gap for people to not be available when we need them. Otherwise, we are not going to meet our deadline. I think there should also be the interaction and collaboration with the other, commissions, so that the witnesses that we need should not actually clash with their own program. Because the fact is, if we want Mkwanazi, for instance, tomorrow, and the commission wants Mkwanazi on the same day, obviously he can't clone himself. We will have to actually maximize interaction with all the structures that are investigating these matters so that we eliminate the clash of dates insofar as the appearance of witnesses is concerned. I thank you, Honorable Chair.
Thank you so much, Honorable Mwango, the PA. Honorable Souls. Action SA.
Afternoon, members, and afternoon, Chair. I think I am covered extensively by all the members who spoke before me in terms of just about everything, so I'm not going to waste time. Thank you so much, Chair.
Honorable members, thank you so much for the input that we received. We have to be very progressive, honorable members, in how we do our work, especially that now you consider that there are consultations that have to be made with the witnesses that will appear in before us. So it means we may have to again next week have a short meeting in which we may need to look at the possible list of witnesses that the committee may want to identify, so that there must never be an interval between consultations, because you can imagine when consultations end now with the batch that we have identified, they will have to come and appear before the committee, and at no stage must we have to wait to say the second batch cannot come because the legal team is still busy with consultation. What we will need to do is to make that identification and then pass it to the technical team to continue doing the consultations with them. The strongest feeling that I'm hearing from the committee is that we must wait for the date that General Mkhwanazi has said he will be available, and that if there is a possibility that we may get him before the date of the 24th, let's do so. And I want to circulate this proposal again to honorable members, because Honorable Malema has suggested here that if it means we must go the hard route, let's do it and summon him. So I'm going to rotate this proposal amongst political parties and hear what your view is. The ANC.
Hey, Chair, can I come in?
Chief Whip, you are allowed.
Yeah, no, thanks, Chair. Good afternoon to you and all honorable members and colleagues on the platform. My own suggestion, Chair, is that we should only evoke that authority if in your assessment, which you will do or conduct on our behalf together with our legal team that we now have, you are coming to the conclusion that the failure to appear before us is rather an act of undermining the portfolio committee or the ad hoc committee, as opposed to being circumstances that are beyond the control of any witness that we're inviting, including Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi. That's my firm view that that provision is there. It has to be exercised, but I think we must exercise it in context so that we also don't subpoena unprepared witnesses to come before us, and we discover on the day when we're with them that this is a waste of our time and a waste of taxpayers' money, and we still have to see them again. So I support that the use of that authority, but I'm suggesting that it must be exercised in a way that, as I suggested, you have come to the conclusion that there's no other way except to exercise it. Thanks.
So you are saying that we should use that as a measure of last resort?
Yes, I'm proposing that because we sent out the first invitation from the report you gave us on the, say, 30th of August, and you got responses. My view is that as you assess the responses, you must then make a determination, obviously in consultation with ourselves as a committee, that in your own view it's not justified for this delay. We want this witness to be with us by this time, and then use it. But I don't think that it must be our court of first instance, if I were to put it that way. Thanks.
Okay. The MKP. Honorable Skwasana, Honorable Nomvalo.
Honorable Skwasana is muted, Chair.
Honorable Nomvalo.
We can't hear you.
Chair, we are talking
Okay,
to both me and Nomvalo.
Yeah, I want to check who wants to have a bite between the two of them.
No, we'll have the bite both, but I'm saying, Chair, I agree with the Chief Whip that perhaps it would be the last resort if perhaps it's necessary to subpoena General Mkhwanazi. But the issue which I want to reiterate once again, because I've said that in this meeting before, that former Minister Bheki Cele has to be in the first batch. I don't know what has changed on that. Bheki Cele has to be in the first batch. Chair, I want to emphasize that, and I want that to be captured from our side, unless members have a different view. But I want to emphasize on that one. And I think General Mkhwanazi as well is aware, because what he has started is one of the most important historical moment of our lives and of all South Africans. We need to have him in this commission, in this ad hoc committee. There's no way that General Mkhwanazi will abandon his ship. He won't abandon South Africans. He has shown bravery and will support him 150%. You know, he can come at the commission, you know, in whatever way, Chair. When I'm saying in whatever way, he can bring all these soldiers along with his uniform, which he qualified to wear as well. He can come in. You know, no one is going to intimidate him, like what General Spear and which I've heard people were really concerned about. You know, the uniform he wore when he was delivering this historic moment. I thank you, Chair.
Thank you so much, the DA.
No, the MK party.
Honorable Nomvalo, yes.
Yes, Chair. I think we need to stamp authority. The ad hoc committee is a committee that was established by Parliament, not by the executive. Therefore, our operations can never be dictated to by the program of the Commission of Inquiry. General Mkhwanazi must come before the 22nd, Chair, and the technical team must make it clear to him that we can't operate, we can't start doing our work now because he doesn't come to the committee. He must come to the committee so that we can start doing our work. Like we said when we were making our presentation earlier, that had it not been for his presentation or for his press briefing on the 6th of July, we would not be here. So it must not be a reason for the delay. We must call him to come before that date. Because we indicated our readiness, Chair, as the ad hoc committee before the Commission of Inquiry. The Commission of Inquiry said it is not ready to do its work. So I don't understand why now it takes precedence over our operations, over our business as the ad hoc committee. So, Chair, we're very firm on the submission that he must come before the 22nd, and we must establish a precedent for all witnesses that you don't come to the committee by choice. You come here because it is necessary. Because if we follow that tendency, then we're not going to conclude our business on time. I think we did make that point when we were speaking for the first time, Chair. It must come before the 22nd of September. That is our submission.
Okay.
Sorry, Chair, if I may add on my colleague here, MK. Chair, I think another thing that is causing this problem is you, Chair. The way you are running this thing is causing problems. For one, if the letter says to Honorable General Mkwanazi, we are checking your availability. Therefore, he will answer on that with my availabilities on these days and these days. And it doesn't mean that it's disrespecting us or disrespecting Parliament.
I think Honorable Shongwe has muted himself, Chair.
Sorry for that. Thank you, Chair. Greetings, leaders and members. Chair, if I may, I think what we need to fix here, Chair, is you. How you conducting this committee, Chair? You conducting it in too much. You're moving in and let's not understand the Chair. For one, if the letter that invites Ubaba Mkwanazi says we are checking availability, therefore you will answer on the availability because the letter says we're checking availability. So how you, Chair, conduct this thing is what causes this problem. I think, Chair, it's either we must look at two things. You vacating that seat as a chairperson, because me and myself have lost trust in you. Things you did this week, Chair, I don't think I trust you for now. It's either you vacate the seat or you change your how you run this program, Chair. Thank you.
The DA.
Thank you, Chair. Yes, I agree with the first two speakers. You need to engage, please, with the witnesses and try and obtain their appearance as early as possible. And I'm sure everybody, all of them are willing to cooperate. But if you're of the view that they're not cooperating, then of course you have the option of summoning them, but it shouldn't be our first port of call. Even the summons must be sent out based on a reasonable and a rational decision. You can't just summons people. Thank you.
Okay, the IFP.
Well, thank you, Honorable Chair. I'm in agreement with the first speaker in particular that we actually need to summon those people that we want to appear before us. But our communication actually must be very clear what we want them to do. And secondly, I'm also very loath to start summoning people now. But this is an instrument that we have as a last result. If we are satisfied that people are not wanting to appear before this committee out of contempt, then we would need to flex our muscles to show them that indeed we can actually enforce our decisions. Thank you.
Okay, the PA.
Honorable Chair and everyone, sorry I missed a couple of the first half of the session. I had to sit for an exam, but I'm gathering that we are looking at the progress report there, and I agree with the former speakers that given our timeline and our time frame, we need to ensure that we get all the people that has to appear before us so that we are able to do our work within the time frame given. So we agree with the former speakers. Thank you, Chair.
the Action SA.
We are fine, Chair, we agree.
Okay. Can I give the the EFF to reply, because I believe they had the views of the members.
Chair?
Yes,
That's
yes,
fine.
Honorable Malem.
You know, if I was someone, I would say that you guys are looking for a day where General Mkhwanazi is not going to appear before this committee. We're not fanatics, you know. We uniform, whatever he was wearing. We fully agree with General Mkhwanazi. And the bravery is not proven on TV. For those who are clownish and thinking bravery is proven by wearing uniform and carrying guns, bravery is proven by you sitting on that chair and being cross-examined and proving the issues beyond the limited scope of a press conference. That's bravery. Any other thing else is something else other than bravery. So we want him to come, and then he should have been told, please, we want you to appear on such a date. And when he's not appearing on such a date, he ought to have told us why he's not appearing on the date that we are asking him to appear. Then we'll have the basis from there to summon him. But to say to him, tell us your availability, he will tell you it's available on the 25th of December on a Christmas day. What are you going to do about it? So we need to tell him, we need to start. We are ready to start. He's our first witness, and we want the earliest date, not the 22nd. Those who are excited that Mkhwanazi is pushing us back, they are actually excited that Mkhwanazi will not come, because if he comes, he will expose their shenanigans. Mkhwanazi has to appear. And if he appears on the 22nd, and then our time frame as a committee is done, because if Mkhwanazi comes and you take the other people after him, we will not finish this. We are given a time frame to finish this. So if you really want to finish this, if you mean business, you have to give Mkhwanazi a date. We want you to appear on such a date. The date you have given us is unacceptable. You can take your majority view and pretend to be brave and pretend to be with South Africans in seeking the truth. But seeking a later date is a defeat of justice, and you are excited about that. Thanks.
Okay. Now, honorable members are saying that we must take reasonable measures to ensure that Honorable Mkhwanazi appear before the committee, and with the option of summons as the last resort. And I hear that there is a strong view emerging that let's push to have Honorable Mkhwanazi appearing before the committee any date before the 22nd of September. Is that correct, honorable members?
Yes.
Correct, Chair. That is what we said as the MK party.
Even
Yes,
tomorrow.
Chair.
Even tomorrow.
Okay. that is what we are saying, that let's pursue it and have him before the 22nd of September. ANC?
Yes, Chair.
Agreed, Chair.
MKP?
Agreed, Chair. The
I
sooner the
agree.
better. The sooner
We
the
agree,
better.
Chair.
The 22nd is undesirable.
What
The
is this
DA?
chaos?
The
Yes,
DA?
Chair.
Okay. The EFF?
Yes, Chair.
The IFP?
Yes, Honorable Chair.
The PA?
The earlier the better. Yes, Chair.
The Action SA?
Yes, Chair.
Can I check if the Freedom Front Plus is present today? Okay. So honorable members, we will try with the technical team. We should be able to brief you next week. If it requires that we can call a short meeting, we will do so to give you a report on the responses that we would have gotten. And if it is also possible that over the weekend we can call you, we will also do so and call you and inform you what is the response that we would have got from General Mkhwanazi. But I want to assure you that he's not a difficult person. I hope that we will be able to convey the sentiments of the committee members to him, and for sure he will also find it in himself to understand and accept that there is no other option that we must use but for him to make himself available before the committee. And then with regard to the additional list, can I check? There is a view that we must immediately submit the name of General Kaele to the legal team to start consultation. Agreed, ANC?
Chairperson, on the name of General Kaele, can we just get guidance or motivation on why that name? Because when we started, we were moving from the testimony or the allegations that would have been raised by General Mkhwanazi. If it's just because he's a former minister, how long is the piece of string? Should we be getting other former ministers as well? We just need a motivation to understand. Thank you.
Okay, MKP, can you motivate your proposal?
Hey, I'm amazing. I'm shocked. We agreed on the name of Pepe Gicele before. There was no issue about motivation. We motivated on the day. Why now this thing has been changed? We agreed, Chair, on that. Not to today. Not
yes,
today.
I agree.
Now we are revisiting that.
I agree with you, Jali. Just hold it there.
No.
Remember, when the decision was taken, it was not to include him on the top echelon of the SAPS. So now the proposal that you make is that he must appear at the same time with the first category that we have identified.
That was an initial agreement. That was an initial thing, Chair.
The motivation sought is in that regard.
It's simple, Chair. You don't have to be a rock scientist on that. The issue was that General Mkhwanazi, the issue of these political killings, Peggy knows very well, and the issue of gang, drug traffickings. We don't have to go there. They will come, they testify for themselves. But we agreed on this name. Why today the name is no longer omitted?
Yes, if you can please help motivate why it must be.
But Chair, I'm saying how many times should I repeat the same thing, Chair?
Okay, it's fine, Honorable Skosana. Let me check with the parties.
Yeah, let me come in, Chair. Chair, can I come in?
Honorable Nomvalo.
On two issues, Chair, my hand was up and you could not see it. On the first one, Chair, that we are speaking about currently, the motivation. I think we did motivate that the allegations, Chair, Sender, they also encroach to the administration of Peggy Cele, the Minister of Police. For instance, Chair, the appointment of the political task team killings in KZN, I think, happened under his administration and was disbanded by the administration of Senzo Mchunu. So maybe it might be important for him to come and motivate as to why that committee was appointed. I'm just picking up that issue as one of the prominent issues.
That is sufficient. I wanted that kind of a statement. I think I'm satisfied that you.
Yeah, but secondly, Chair,
you have successfully motivated why the name must be included. Can we then take a round?
I'm not done, Chair. I said I'm rising on two issues. Yes.
Do you still want to motivate further?
No. I said I'm rising on two issues, not only on this one.
Okay.
Then on the second one, Chair, I think it's important with the terrible experience we have with this technical team. And Chair, we're not going to be fed things that we have not experienced here. We have a terrible experience with this technical team. We don't have confidence in it, finish and clear. With the terrible experience we have with them, I think it's important that we give them a deadline for a response for an update on the response of General Mkhwanazi about his availability to appear in the committee. And our proposal, Chair, is that at least the deadline must be next week, Tuesday, because this technical team has been delaying on simple basic things to come back to the committee. By Tuesday next week, they must have come back to us and tell us. That is a deadline. They can come at any date between now and Tuesday, but the deadline must be Tuesday. They must have given us a response or an update on the response of Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi. Thank you very much.
Okay. I think that one I agree with you that the latest we can get an update should be next week Tuesday. Can we then check if the parties support the inclusion of the name of Bheki on the first category of witnesses? ANC?
We have no objection, Chair.
DA?
We have no objection, Chair, but I see Mr. Cameron wants to speak as well.
Honorable Cameron.
Chair, no, it was in case there was more motivation needed. I just wanted to emphasize, I think it's even more critical after the expose last week regarding Bheki that allegedly called Vusi Musi Kat Maklala 10 times on a day in May. And I think that's very, very relevant for the first set of people to be called to the committee. So it was just additional motivation, but yeah, we would support.
Okay. EFF?
We support.
IFP?
We support, Chair.
PA?
We support, Chair.
Action SA?
We support you.
So this means consultations will start with the Honorable, with the former Minister Bheki Cele. The item is concluded. So, honorable members.
Sorry, Chair, Honorable Shongo, just for clarity, are you saying we're going to start with Babu Cele before Babu Mkhwanazi?
Who said that?
Now, just clarity, I just wanted to be sure with Ngozogahle.
No, but we can't clarify something which we have not said. If you have a question, just ask a question.
No, I just wanted clarity on that. Thank you.
Honorable members, we said that. Okay, let me not say it. Can we the item on the advert?
Chair.
Hello.
Chairperson.
Yes.
No, Chair, I think you have been harsh and unfair on the latter speaker, because he is asking you to give clarity on your statement. You have said that the consultation will start with Bheki Cele, and that's what he needs clarity on. There's nothing wrong with that.
Do we speak about?
This was a proposal agreed upon from the.
Do we speak about appearance or consultations?
No, but Chair, I'm saying whether you are speaking about consultation or appearance, you must at least explain to him, because he didn't understand to you. He didn't understand you, I mean.
So he didn't understand his proposal.
Okay.
No, he didn't
we-
understand. Don't speak on
Hon-
behalf
hon-
of the chair. Are you the chair of the, or you are raising a vote of no confidence to the chair?
Honorable,
You want to
No,
chair the
raising it.
meeting?
I'm raising it to
You
you.
want to chair the
Honorable,
meeting?
Honorable Nomvalo, can we say that the meeting has agreed to add the name of Peggy Cele to the list of the witnesses that we have agreed on? Correct? Number two.
Maybe for future reference, if I may ask, umuntu uma engazwanga kahle angabuzi yini athule.
Number two, the committee will start contact with Becky Cele so that he can join the consultations. And number three, the committee has reaffirmed its decision or restated it that General Mkhwanazi is the witness that will be the first to appear before it. Thank you. Honorable members, the advert will not come back. I take it that you have spoken to it, the inputs that if there are any additional inputs that honorable members want to make on the advert on public participation, we are going to give you until Monday, close of business next weekend. By that time, the advert will be deemed accepted. Honorable Breitenbach.
Thank you, Chair. I'm sorry, this may be premature. I got the impression that you were wrapping up. I see that the legal team is on the platform. Perhaps they might like to introduce themselves and just give us an update on their progress.
Yeah, we are going there. Honorable Matthys.
Chair, mine is just, it was also on housekeeping, which I should have mentioned earlier. But FF Plus has not been consistent, if at all, in these ad hoc committees. So I don't know what processes that we can use. I mean, there's other political parties that might be able to provide more substantive input and be part of it. I know that they are an alternate, but we have Action SA that is also an alternate and they're very active. So I would ask that you also just look into it, perhaps first engage FF Plus directly and get an explanation, because I don't think I think I've only heard them speak once and voted once on one thing throughout the whole meeting. And this is a very important ad hoc committee. So if we're going to have a political party who's not participating fully, then we should be able to allow one of the other political parties, the smaller parties, to participate. Thank you, Chair.
Okay. Thank you so much. Chief Whip.
No, thanks, Chair. No, I'm really raising my hand to support what Honorable Matthys is saying, because I also think that we may have to get clarity even beyond their inability to be consistent. I understand that in terms of this committee, we've got 11 members, and then we've got members who are substitutes or who are alternate. In the case of the ANC, DA, EFF, and MK party is 1-1. And then I was under the impression that Honorable James, if I'm not mistaken, from the Action SA, is an alternate for the small parties representatives, who in this meeting are represented by Honorable Mwango as well as Honorable Souls. Now, if there is an additional alternate, I think one would like to get clarity. How does this thing work? How much additional you can go on alternate? If we can get clarity on that, because maybe if that is sorted out, we may be demanding or having expectations on the Freedom Front Plus representative that actually should not be the case. Thanks.
Okay. I think that will be clarified in the next meeting if the legal team notes it. Senior Counsel Arendse, may you please show yourself on the screen?
Good afternoon, Chairperson, and good afternoon, honorable members. I'm here at the NCOP in room S35, I think, where we had an interview with General Masemola this morning, which was not concluded because we need more time, and we've arranged to see him next week for another day. I'm here with my colleague, Maria. Lerato has asked to be excused because she's got a flight back to Johannesburg to catch at 5, and you know what the traffic is in Cape Town on a Friday afternoon. But very pleased to be part of the process and privileged. And we will do our best to get as much of the relevant information relating and informing your terms of reference as possible. Thank you.
Where is Maria?
I think she's sitting on her own laptop.
Yeah.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Chair. Good afternoon, honorable members. Like my colleague, I'm also very privileged to be part of this process. Hope to deliver my best.
Okay. Welcome, and thank you so much. All the best in your appointment.
Thank you,
Thank
Chair.
you. Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Chair.
Advocate Arendse.
Yes, Chair.
Volume is low.
Okay, no problem.
You're mute.
We are muted, Lekhanyan.
No, I'm not.
Yes, Advocate Arendse, I wanted to check if is there anything you want to bring to the attention of the members?
Just a few things. One is, I think the committee might want to revisit the 7-day period which is required for a sworn statement to be made available to the committee. Obviously, I think firstly, I must say that the legal team and the parliamentary legal team have been pleasantly surprised by the fact that we've had positive responses from all the witnesses or potential witnesses that we've invited to appear before the committee. There's been absolutely no objection to appearing before the committee. When we sent out the invites, we obviously knew that we can't see everybody on the 10th of September. But when they came back and indicated days on which they were available, we've tried to accommodate their availability. But just in terms of witnesses, maybe beyond the list that's already been identified and invited for consultations, it might be that one or two or more of them may be available on short notice, in which case we may not get a statement. In other cases, we may get a statement, but it will be a day or 2 or 3 days before the 7-day period. So can we perhaps just request some flexibility in relation to that requirement? The other thing I might mention is that, and I think it was mentioned in the when we were requested to give an opinion on confidentiality, on the protection of witnesses, and also our engagement with the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry. We have engaged with the evidence leaders. We've had a very good engagement. I think as Honourable Member Malema and others have indicated, we made it very clear that one, our mandate is different. We hold the executive accountable. The President appointed the Commission of Inquiry, whereas Parliament appointed this ad hoc committee of inquiry with its own powers to subpoena, etc. But we also have to be realistic. The Commission evidence leaders had already begun to engage with General Mkhwanazi, and they're still busy. We've discussed exchanging statements. Obviously, we're not going to be wedded or bound by what they say in their statement, but it will be a useful starting point. We will ask different questions. Terms of reference are different. So to that extent, we have undertaken with each other to share information if necessary and indicate where it's confidential. Otherwise, we're hoping to get together. I think the whole country is waiting to hear what General Mkhwanazi is going to say. Yes, they already a long way down the road in terms of consulting him and taking a sworn statement, which they are hoping to complete this week. So in any event, we will only be able to consult with General Mkhwanazi once they finalize their consultations with him during the course of this coming week. So we're already looking into the following week if we are to engage with him. Perhaps the last thing is that the committee has bound itself by saying you must start with Mkhwanazi. We had a view that perhaps you could start earlier or before calling him, for example, by calling an expert witness on how crime intelligence works within the SAPS, just for an understanding of the committee and of course members of the public to understand how it works. And so perhaps we could start earlier than the 24th and say maybe on the 22nd, if such an expert witness could be called. But it's obviously for the committee to make that decision. Thank you, Chair. Thank you, honourable members.
Okay, and then on the committee view that let's take all reasonable measures possible to have General Mkhwanazi appearing before the 22nd. What is your view?
Well, my view is we don't have, or let me say, I think in confidence, I have an indication of when the Madlanga Commission of Inquiry is to start. And it's possible that we could start before the 24th.
Okay. So we will go and do that work and try to get him before us.
Yes, but
if that possibility arises.
Yes, and I think I know from interacting with the evidence leaders of Madlanga and with the judge that they do respect this committee. They respect the committee's powers of subpoena. They've requested cooperation, and in the spirit of cooperating, well, it's again up to the committee if they want to issue the subpoenas, but we would obviously prefer that witnesses and potential witnesses appear before this committee on a voluntary basis. But they respect the separation of powers, and that this committee holds the executive to account, because as we know, the report of Matlanga is going to go to the president and not to this committee, and a copy will be sent to the speaker. But Parliament has said they want their own committee to do this investigation. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, honourable members.
Thank you so much. From what the senior counsel has said, can I check with the parties if there is anything you wish to say, the ANC?
I think we've noted the input of the SC Honourable Chair, and I think we'll be guided by any further consultations that would be taken. So we don't have anything else to add. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Sorry, the Chief Whip does have his hand up.
Okay, Chief Whip.
No, Chair, no, I'm covered by what Honorable Sangon is saying, but I wanted to make a suggestion in the light of what, and firstly, good afternoon to the legal team led by Senior Counsel Arendse. I'm covered by what Kusela has said. The only point I want us to consider, Chair, is that he makes the point that we may have to review our decision that we should get sworn statements 7 days before a witness appears before our meeting. And if I heard him correctly, he's making that point because that on its own has got implications on the efficiency. The sooner the better statement that were made earlier on may equally be undermined by the duration that we have committed ourselves before to interact with whatever submission a witness will make before that person appears in person before the committee. I want to propose, Chair, that maybe we cut it by half. Instead of 7 days, we say that let's have a document at least 3 days before
3 to 4 days.
Yeah, well, 3 to 4 days, but at least before the witness appeared before the committee, because I think I understand what he says. Because if you've got a statement, you need to wait for 7 days, and you may find that that statement we have a capacity to read and understand it within a day, but we're waiting for extra 6 days because that's what we committed on. Thanks.
Yeah. The MKP.
Yeah, no, thank you very much, Chair. We are not, Chair, vehemently opposed to the proposal that has been tendered by the Chief Whip of the ANC, except to say, Chair, because the Senior Counsel has also said that maybe the committee will have to be flexible to a certain extent and expect instances where we'll have to interview witnesses without having submitted their statements. Ours, Chair, on that is that it must be a standard operating procedure that witnesses, before they come to the committee, they must submit statements, because a statement helps members of the committee to prepare for questioning and to have an insight of the testimonies that are going to be tendered or that are going to be adduced by witnesses during the committee meeting. I mean, during their testimonies. So, Chair, we are not opposed to what has been proposed by Honourable Mtumiseni, but what we are putting an emphasis on is that it must be a standard operating procedure, that witnesses, when they come to committee, before the committee, I mean, they must have submitted statements maybe 3 days or 4 days before.
Okay. So you support 3 to 4 days.
Yes, we support 3 to 4 days, Chair. But we are saying on top of that, it must be
the sworn statement we can't compromise.
Yes.
Okay. The DA.
Yes, Chair, we agree we can shorten the period. We don't need 7 days. A sworn
Okay.
statement, however, is essential. Thank you.
Thank you so much. The EFF.
Shortening the period, Chair, we support, but I think the legal team must just try and avoid it as much as possible. So it mustn't necessarily become the norm of what should happen. And then, Chair, you didn't speak, or I'm not sure if I missed it, but the terms of reference, are they supposed to be ATC'd? And if so, has it been done? Because I haven't seen any of it, and we just missed that. And then, Chair, on the issue of the us considering having a witness to come and give evidence on how crime intelligence work, I would suggest that perhaps we don't look at it as them giving necessarily evidence, but us just being briefed about it, because they're not really necessarily, it's going to be more of a technical witness, not necessarily dealing specifically with what it is that the commission, our ad hoc committee is being mandated to do. And then on the second thing on the date, the commission doesn't not have a date set yet. We're ready to go even tomorrow. So I think we should ask, or we should look into the general being released from the commission to come and deal with us, and then go back to the commission after that. They don't have a date yet, unless our evidence leader knows when the commission is going to start. So I don't think anything will stop, would be a hindrance for him to come and meet with our legal team and then give evidence and then go back to the commission, since they don't know the date when they are starting. So I think we must look into that. Thank you, Chair. I don't know if President wanted to add anything. Honorable Malema? I think it's fine. Thank you.
Evan, you are chairing now when out of order.
Can we move to the IFP?
Chief Whip, I'm talking on behalf of my party.
IFP. The PA.
He's in the caucus, Chair. They are going to a conference.
Oh, yeah. Good luck with their conference. The PA.
Yeah, Chair, we agree that sworn statements must not be compromised on, and 3 to 4 days is fine.
Okay, the Action SA.
We agree, Chair.
Okay. Thank you so much, honorable members. I think you have properly mandated us. We will go and do the work as directed, and possibly, or by the deadline of Tuesday next week, we should be able to report to you on that day or before that. The minutes.
Sorry, Chair, I've got my hand up. I just needed clarity on how you are resolving.
No, the 3 to 4 days is agreed to. That is desirable given the agency, that we should shorten the period in the terms of reference to 3 to 4 days, no longer 7 days. Of course, where it's possible, it will be implemented that way, but now we have the flexibility that documents can still be made available within 3 to 4 days to members.
Chair, just clarity, if you don't mind.
Sorry, Honorable Slows. So sorry, there was the issue about the technical expert, Honorable Chairperson. Are we taking that up, which means that we would at least be having some engagement even before we finalize the issue of when General Mkhwanazi would appear.
I don't hear members speaking sufficiently to it.
Can I support it, Chair?
The ANC wishes to support it.
Yes, Chair.
Okay. The MKP. We will come back to them. The DA.
Can the member just repeat, Chair? I didn't hear the last couple of words.
They want to support the invitation of a crime expert.
Well, I'm not sure it's entirely essential, but yeah.
Okay, no, it's fine. Let's do this. Let's not resolve it now. Let's leave it to the members to think about it. And in the next meeting, we can decide it. Is that okay? Honorable Souls?
It's okay, Chair. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Do you agree that let's go and think about it? We'll come and resolve.
Yes, I agree, Chair. Seconded.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Honorable Souls, I see your hand is up.
Yes, thank you, Honorable Chair. No, I just wanted clarity from SC. I know that appearance before the committee by General Mkhwanazi is still questionable, but did I hear him say that consultation is with General Mkhwanazi is scheduled for next week? I just want to make sure I heard correctly.
Okay. Advocate Arendse.
No, Honorable Souls, no, I think perhaps you did incorrectly with respect. I didn't talk about General Mkhwanazi. We started with General Masemola today, and we will be concluding our consultations with him next week. The General Mkhwanazi is still in consultation with the Matlanga Commission evidence leaders, as far as we are told, next week. Thank you.
Is that okay, Honorable Souls? Are you fine?
Yes, it's just concerning that we don't even have a date for consultation with General Mkhwanazi, but we will await progress, Chair. Thank you so much.
Yeah, that is the decision that we took to say, let's go and pursue him and check if we can't win to get him appearing before the committee before the 22nd of September.
All good, Chair. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Dr. Thuli, can we then get to the last item, which is the minutes?
Okay, thank you, Chairperson. Bonani is going to fly to the minutes, Chair.
Okay. The minutes of the 14th of August 2025.
Sorry, Chair. No, I think we should be starting with the first one, the election of chairpersons, of the chairperson.
Yeah. So can we get the right set on the screen? The minutes of the 5th of August. On the screen is page 1. And then we are on page 2. Can we move to page 3? Okay, can I check if there is a mover?
Chair, I move that the minutes be adopted. Thank you.
Honorable Ngola moves. Seconder.
I second the adoption of the minutes, Chair.
Honorable Sangoni seconds. Thank you. Can we move to the next set? Minutes of the 14th of August were on page 1. Yes, can we move to page 2? Can we move to page 3? Can we move to page 4? Page 5? Yes. Any mover for adoption?
I move, Chair. Ngola.
Ngola moves.
I second Chair Sangoni.
Sangoni seconds. Thank you. Can we move to the next set? That is the 18th of August. Page 2. Page 3. Page 4. Thank you. Any mover?
I move, Chair Sangoni.
Honorable Sangoni moves.
Seconded, Chair Ngola.
Honorable Ngola seconds. Honorable members, is there other set? Okay, 22nd August, Bonani, page 1. Page 2. Page 3. Page 4. Page 5 will be the last. Any mover for adoption?
Honorable Shongo, should I move?
To Miseni Ntuli respond.
Honorable Shongwe moves. Honorable Ntuli seconds. Thank you so much, honorable members. I think that this must have been the last set of minutes, Bonani.
Chairperson, that is correct.
Thank you so much. This was the last item on the agenda. We have come to the end of the meeting. I want to thank you so much. We have agreed, honorable members, that we should be able to meet the latest by next week, Tuesday, to get a progress report on the matters that have been exhausted today and decided upon. Thank you. Have a safe weekend. All the best.
Long live the chair.
Thank you, Chair.